Hello everybody, what's up? How goes it? I hope you're doing well, but if not, that's okay, because we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna finish the day off on a high note. I get asked a lot about how I'm so confident and comfortable in myself, and obviously that's a question that I try to answer bit by bit in sort of every single one of my videos, since it's truly such a loaded and complex thing to try to answer in one go, and there's never really like one end-all be-all answer to that. But I think if you summed up a lot of the things that I talk about in regards to maintaining and cultivating confidence, a lot of it does go back to creating rituals and routines for yourself. I don't really have one strict routine that I stick to for morning or night. I try to base my actions on how I feel in the moment to really force myself to be in tune with my emotions and what my body actually needs from me in order to feel relief at the end of the day. So I'm calling this my self-soothing night routine for a reason. I'm trying to approach this night routine from the space of like healing yourself from the day-to-day, practicing softness and sweetness towards yourself, and learning to comfort yourself in the same way that you would a friend, which I think is a lot of understanding that the harder emotions that you feel are necessary to your growth and are going to be so worth it in the end. So feel them hard and feel them well, and you'll be there to catch yourself if you feel like you're falling in the process. It's a whole be your own best friend kind of vibe. Self-soothing really is working on being your own best friend and looking out for your inner child. And that's the energy that I want to go into this routine prioritizing. In truth, I've had such a stressful month, mixtures of good and bad as life usually is, but I felt so emotionally drained at the end of the day. So just taking a little extra care of myself every few nights has felt really, really good. I'm not usually much of a bath person, but on the right nights, there's really not much better than just sitting in a warm bubble bath in a dimly lit bathroom with a candle or two lit and either just sitting in the silence or putting on like a sensual playlist. But I tend to keep these baths pretty quick, just enough time to actually enjoy the warmth of the water without feeling pruny or gross afterwards. From there, I'll hop out, moisturize my skin, and then throw on some of my favorite pajamas, or really just the ones that make me feel the fanciest. I feel like usually my relaxation clothes are just like an oversized crew neck and underwear, and those are great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes a little matching pajama moment just makes you feel a little bit more luxurious. From there, it's skincare time, baby. And this is where my sponsor for today's video comes in, Love from Yours. The skincare routine I'm doing tonight consists of personalized products that I got from Yours via their personalization algorithm. And the routine they sent over consists of a gentle foaming cleanser, the personalized serums and creams for both day and night, as well as an eye cream and a sunscreen mist. Now, I test out a lot of skincare products because skincare is just something that I personally enjoy, that I think is a lot of fun. I love trying new ingredients and formulas, switching up my routines to see how different my skin feels. Experimenting with skincare is just something that I find relaxing and fun. It's one of my simple hobbies that have no real purpose other than bringing me joy. It's not productive. It's not one of my productive hobbies, I guess is what I'm saying. But I do just find skincare relaxing in general because I really appreciate the repetition of it. And there's something about taking time, both in the morning and at night, to massage products into your skin that are loaded with powerful ingredients to nourish the skin that just feels like I'm really being taken care of. And honestly, sometimes when I'm massaging in the products, I'm like, is this kind of how Mango feels when I pet her all the time? Mango's my cat, by the way. I know that's a strange comparison, but hear me out. There is something about the repetition and the way that your skincare routine requires you to be physically gentle with yourself that sometimes seems to transfer over emotionally for me as well. So that's one reason why I love skincare, on top of the fact that I just think it's super fun. And Yours is a skincare brand that I've been loving for a few reasons, but let's talk more about what it is that sets them apart. So Yours uses a personalization algorithm and selfie analysis to figure out your skin health and needs based on where your skin is currently at, your lifestyle, and your environment. Lifestyle and environment are both aspects of our lives that dramatically impact the health of our skin. For example, stress can trigger excess oil production, resulting in acne. If you're super slammed at work, maybe you forget to drink as much water as you need, and that impacts your skin's hydration levels. If you're living in a city with quite a bit of air pollution, so on and so forth. Yours focuses their products on personalizing the ingredients to match up with your life and habits specifically. I've really been loving these products, one, because they made my skin feel great, I haven't had any major breakouts while using these products, and I have pretty sensitive acne-prone skin. But one of the things that I've found myself loving about these is how simple my routine is because of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a sucker for a 12-step skincare routine. I love being extra about my skincare, but sometimes at the end of the day, I'm just way too drained to be doing all of that. And honestly, it would be super easy to just get overwhelmed by my skincare routine and skip it altogether, which I've absolutely done in the past, and I don't want to do because, like I said, I have acne-prone skin, I have rosacea, and neglecting my skincare is just going to result in some painful cystic acne, which we do not want. With products like this, where there's so many powerful, effective ingredients packed into as little amount of steps as possible, you're able to give your skin the nourishing that it's craving without overcomplicating your routine and becoming overwhelmed. So for me, especially on nights where I'm trying to just comfort myself and calm down from the craziness, making sure that my skin feels fresh and moisturized and glowy, but in as few steps as possible, is super key. Out of all of these products, the personalized serums are definitely my favorite, and this packaging is just so damn cute. These little pastel colors spark joy for sure. I've also been really loving the sunscreen. Obviously, I'm not going to use that in my night routine, but I've never used a sunscreen mist before, and this one kind of slaps. I think especially for like reapplication throughout the day or on days where I'm wearing makeup, this sunscreen mist is like it for me. So if you're in need of a new skincare routine but you're not sure where to start, I super recommend checking out yours. You can use code Maddie15 for 15% off yours day and night personalized skincare set at the link in the description down below. And thank you again to yours for sponsoring today's video. From there, let's make a drink and do some journaling. I just love making cute little drinks in my cute little cups. It's one of my simple hobbies. And I think especially as someone whose primary hobbies are also considered my work, it's important for me to focus on the little things that make me happy when I want to decompress. Because like, although making videos is my favorite thing to do on earth and it is my most prominent hobby, it's also what I do to make money, and it takes a lot out of me, and sometimes I just need to take a step back and force myself to enjoy other things that just require less brain energy, you know? So I made it a goal of mine to journal more like 2 years ago. I'm not super consistent with it, but that was never the goal for me. The goal for me was really just to get in more of a habit of using my journal to jot down my feelings when I'm sort of having an overflow of emotions. Journaling just sort of helps me sort out how I feel and get really clear on how I can describe those feelings, so that when I am ready to talk to other people about them and bring in other people to those emotions, I can express myself clearly and feel understood by them. And that's something I think about a lot, making sure that I understand myself before sharing, having the hard conversations internally before bringing in the people that I trust. Because sharing my life and being open and vulnerable is something really core to who I am. I love letting people in, but I also really want to be emotionally aware of myself and process things on my own first, so I can feel really fulfilled by moments of vulnerability that I do choose to share with my friends, instead of frustrated or misunderstood because I couldn't articulate how I felt, and then by no one else's fault, they didn't understand what the fuck I was talking about. So I think journaling just sort of helps me get clear on how I feel so that I can better connect with others. So let's do a little journaling. I'm writing for 3 different prompts tonight, so feel free to pause and write your answers for these prompts and share your answers down below if you feel so inclined. The first prompt is, what is one thing you have outgrown recently? What is something you hope to outgrow in the future? The second prompt is to write out a note as if you are comforting a friend or younger version of yourself through whatever it is that you are feeling/going through at the moment. And the third prompt is, what does emotional intimacy look like to you? And now we're at the wrap of the routine, baby. This is where I'll go climb into my bed, get the mood lighting set, light a candle, and get into whatever book I'm currently reading. Right now, I'm fresh into Daring Greatly by Brené Brown, and I've been absolutely loving it. My best friend Ashley suggested it to me after we had a conversation about who to accept feedback/criticism from and figuring out whose opinions that you value. And Ash cited a part of the book where Brené Brown was talking about the Theodore Roosevelt quote that says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again." In the book, this quote is actually connected to vulnerability. And the conversation I had with Ashley was about not taking criticism or feedback on my own vulnerability with people who won't dare to be vulnerable themselves. And honestly, I've just been thinking about that sentiment a lot lately, and I've been really enjoying the book so far. I'm sure I'll have more concrete takeaways about vulnerability and more to say on this once I finish it, so I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Once I'm done reading, I'll turn off my lamp and sit in my red room and do a few affirmations. This is what I need to hear right now, and maybe this is what you need to hear too. So take what you need and leave what you don't. What's meant for me is coming to me. I welcome all of the newness in store for me with open arms and trust that the things that don't show up at my doorstep weren't mine to begin with. You are complete as you are in this moment. As I continue to wear my heart on my sleeve and indulge in the emotional intimacy that I crave, I recognize that sometimes with that will come a vulnerability hangover. In moments where I am wishing I wasn't as honest to preserve my ego, remember that true closeness sometimes comes from discomfort. Honoring your emotions is a gift. The attention to emotion that you pour into the things and people that you care about is beautiful. Even when sometimes feeling so much can feel like a heavy weight to bear, know that it is so special to be someone who cares so deeply. Even the heavy emotions are worth celebrating. How lucky are we to be able to feel anything at all? I am loving, I am loved, I am lovable. Now let's do that one more time. I am loving, I am loved, I am lovable. Now go and get a great night's sleep. I love you guys so much. Have a great night, and I will see you in the next video.